right, guys, you're on the road and headed east toward the village of Bovia. Do you carry on?
Like my wayward son. We'll take the road until we reach the village.
Like I said, I don't like this. I'm going to walk off to the side of the road a little further into the trees and bushes.
Honestly, that's probably not a bad idea anyways. I'll take the other side of the road.
You guys are paranoid. I'll just stay next to Donald as we walk.
Thank you, someone who isn't a coward. You're not a coward either, George. You're there for strategy and not being a puss.
We'll see who's laughing when you're getting ambushed or something.
That'd be me. I will be laughing when free loot just wanders so willingly into my path.
Amidst all of your quarreling, the fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence.
Creepy.
Hardly. All right, I'm going to try and pull the doors open.
You realize how big these doors are, right? There's no way in hell you're getting them open.
I'm still going to go for it. I'm strong as fuck, boy.
All right, well, good luck with that. Gonna need a strength check from you.
If I think the roll is good enough, I'll give you some bardic inspiration, Donald.
Okay, let's do this. 7.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Like I said, no way in hell.
At least I tried. You idiots wouldn't have done anything. If I can't open these doors, they're not opening.
As you finish that sentence, the gates swing open with enough force to knock you clear off to the side of the road on your ass. The gate screeches as the hinges move.
Damn it, those gates are rigged.
Here we go with that shit again.
Fuck off, Joe.
Well, let's get going before the doors close.
As you make your way through the gates, they slowly start to close behind you as you continue down the road.
How can you see something like those self-opening and closing gates and not think something weird is going on with this place?
They're self-opening doors, Joe. I know you're old as shit, but that isn't exactly new technology, especially in a world where magic is a thing.
I don't trust any door that opens by itself.
The big bad door's gonna get you, Joe.
I assume you guys returned to your previous positions?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not staying on the road.
All right, as you travel, George, you catch the scent of death in the air.
Oh, shit. All right, I'm gonna see if I can find the source of it as we walk.
The stench leads you over to Joe's side of the road. As you get closer, the stench gets even worse. You notice something in the underbrush right in front of Joe.
Joe, stop.
Before Joe can even react, he stumbles over the underbrush and lands directly on top of what appears to be a half-buried corpse.
Oh, God, that smell. I roll off to the side and stand back up.
Someone better get Joe a little girl's hair to sniff to recover.
Not funny, Donald.
I'm laughing, and that's all that matters to me.
I'm gonna roll the body out from the underbrush.
It appears to be the corpse of a young man, just a commoner from the looks of him. His muddy clothes are torn and raked with claw marks. The area around the body is also covered in paw prints. You can clearly see that crows have been picking at the body as well. He has obviously been dead for several days. You notice a crumpled envelope in one of his hands.
It looks like this guy was killed by wolves or something. I reach down and pull the envelope from his hand.
You take a second to pry the envelope from the hand of the corpse. Rigor mortis has fully set in, making his grasp tight.
I'll read it for us. You all like hearing my voice, right?
I'd rather hear Bill screw up playing his saxophone again than hear your voice.
Too bad.
I smack Joe in the back of the head.
Hail thee of might and valor. I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. Sounds a little familiar. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. The fuck? That doesn't add up. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power, that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves, and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. All right, well, one of these letters is clearly fake news.
I fucking told you, Donald, this has trap written all over it. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I start running back toward the gates.
I'm not sure if that's the best idea.
As you're running like a coward back toward the gates, you notice something off. There are now at least 5 sets of rather large paw prints crossing the road that definitely weren't there a few moments ago.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
You can hear a loud howl in the trees not far from you.
Damn it. Are you kidding me? All right, fine. I'll run back to the group.
See what happens when you run from your protector? You die.
The air calms and an eerie silence takes over. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Before too long, you hear yet another howl. This time it sounds like more than one wolf, howling together.
I'd really rather not have to deal with these wolves right now. Can we book it toward town?
Yeah, I'm with George on this one. This does not sound like a good time.
All right, let's go, you pansies. I'd have totally soloed them, but if you guys want to run, that's fine.
As you travel along the road, you get the sense those particular wolves were only there to stop you from leaving.
We might have to deal with them when we decide to leave then. Let's push forward for now.
As you're traveling, you notice several gravestones along the side of the road. Nothing of major importance, but it does bring into question how they died.
Probably poor souls who shared Joe's way of thinking and got mauled by wolves.
Your ability to see all of this happening around us and not be scared baffles me, Donald.
That's because I worship Torm, the god of courage and self-sacrifice. I couldn't live with myself if I let something like this get the best of me.
I guess that's admirable.
Who needs a god when you've got money to make?
I hear that.
Joe, you're in no position to chime in, cram it.
All right, you've had your fun. Moving on. The sky is growing darker by the hour. It only feels like midday, but the skies say otherwise.
The hell is going on here? It was supposed to be 5 miles to Bovia. How is it this late already?
As the sun sets past the horizon, darkness sets in and the fog slowly encroaches from either side of the road, stopping at the edges.
I think I'm going to step back up into the road then and pull out my torch.
Fine, I'll do the same. Oh, actually, I have a lantern. I'm going to use that. Look who's prepared now, Donald.
What, do you want a cookie?
The sound of snapping twigs draws your attention to several dark shapes in the fog. They carry torches and pitchforks. Drawn to the light you're now carrying, the shapes step out of the fog and onto the road. They're Barovian commoners. There are 4 of them.
Oh, shit. Hey, guys.
One of the commoners steps forward and asks you what you're doing out in the dark like this.
Well, you see...
We're headed to Bovia.
Really, Donald?
We got a letter from a corn pop in Diddle Bitch that something was wrong with some woman and he needed help.
Sometimes I really don't know about you, Joe.
The commoners look at each other, obviously very confused, as no one in Bovia goes by the name of Corn Pop and Diddle Bitch.
Sorry, guys, he's senile. He means Kolyan Indirovich.
Their looks of confusion quickly shift to worry, and without even saying a word, one of them shakes their heads and they run off back into the fog.
Okay, what the fuck was that? I'm actually starting to get a little spooked here.
I'm not sounding so crazy after all, huh?
No, you're still mad as a hatter? I'm just growing more uncomfortable.
But I'm not wearing a hat.
Joe, no.
We can't be too far from the village now. Let's just keep going.
Yep, come on, guys. We're staying indoors tonight. I don't care where.
Careful what you wish for, Donald.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. After about 30 more minutes of travel, you can finally see the village in the distance. You've finally made it. As you approach, you can see tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance.
I'm happy we finally made it, but geez, this village is a shit show. Are there any taverns nearby?
Entering from the east side of the village, you don't see any buildings that even appear remotely active at this time of apparent night. All you can hear are moans of some poor soul.
I'd rather not figure out where that sobbing is coming from just yet. Let's get somewhere safe and have a breather first.
Yep, I like that idea.
As you walk into the village, the fog thickens and shifts around you, creating a path as if it wants to lead you somewhere, almost as if it is alive.
All right, Barrack, we can see you're trying to lead us somewhere. We'll play along. Let's take the path then.
The fog is so thick you can barely make out anything except for the vague shapes of the buildings around you.
Just gonna lighten the mood and play a little something.
Whoa, Bill, you got to stop. Not only are you attracting unwanted attention, you're going to get us copyright stricken.
I'm sorry, what?
You're attracting unwanted attention.
No, the other thing.
Before you can answer, the fog clears up further in the road. A soft whimpering draws your eye toward a pair of children standing in the middle of an otherwise lifeless street. A boy is softly crying into a stuffed doll while what appears to be his sister is trying to console them.
These poor kids. I'll step up and ask them what's wrong.
After shushing the boy, the girl turns to you and says, "There's a monster in our house." She then points to a tall brick row house that has seen better days. Its windows are dark. It has a gated portico on the ground floor, and the rusty gate is slightly ajar. The houses on either side are abandoned, their windows and doors boarded up.
Those poor kids. I step forward and...
Nope, anyone but you.
I got this. I kneel down and ask the girl what kind of monster is in the house.
The little girl slowly shakes her head and stares downward at her feet. "We don't know. All we know is that it has this terribly scary howl," she says.
I wonder if it's another wolf or something.
I don't know. I kind of doubt it.
Do you have an idea where the monster is in the house?
The little girl nods her head and points toward the lower part of the house. "It's in the basement."
Okay, thank you, little girl. Is there anything else we should know before we head in there?
Head in? You mean we're actually going to go in there?
Of course we are. There are kids that need help here.
I get that, Donald, but we're already on a bit of a mission here.
It's dark out and we need a place to stay. Maybe after clearing this out, we could stay here for the night without having to spend any money.
I don't know about staying the night, but I do think we should help these kids.
Guys, shut up. I'm trying to listen here.
The little girl moves her hand from the lower part of the house to the upper part of the house. On the third floor, I'm pretty sure there's crying coming from the nursery. I think there's a baby in there. We didn't have the time or courage to check it out. We had to get out.
I don't blame you. I stand up and gesture toward the house. Come on, guys, let's check this out.
You guys can go in. I'll wait at the front of the house with the kids and make sure nothing happens.
Against all of my better judgment, fine. Just don't do anything stupid. All right, I walk up to the door of the house and try to open it.
The door opens without any trouble. The squeal of the hinges echoes into the foyer as the door slowly swings open.
We all step inside except for Sleepy Joe, who is too scared.
I'm not scared. Someone has to watch the front door and alert you guys if something happens.
You keep telling yourself that, Joe.
As you all step inside and close the door, you're greeted with a bone-chilling howl from what you assume is the basement. With the 20-foot radius of George's torch, you can faintly see hanging on the south wall of the foyer a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. Mahogany-framed double doors leading from the foyer to the main hall are set with panes of stained glass. Before you guys can do anything, Joe, while sitting on the steps of the front door, you see the thick fog start to push toward you, and you can no longer see the silhouettes of the houses on the other side of the street. The children who are standing at the fence line blankly stare at you as the fog pushes past and completely engulfs them. It slowly creeps closer and closer to you.
Come the fuck on, Barrack. All right, I open the door and step inside with them.
Nice of you to join us.
The fog's all the way up against the door now. We can't see anything. It swallowed the kids up, and they didn't seem to care at all. This is fucked.
Well, guess we have no choice but to push forward and figure this out.